everybody, Payday Pokemon here with a very different video than what I'm used to. I want to kind of get back into the track of doing either more like free-form like content that isn't just opening packs, and I wanted to do a little bit more collection sharing stuff because I've been collecting some vintage stuff on the side. I collect some older cards when I find them. They look really cool when I'm out. And I've also started up my PSA and CGC graded collection, I think over the course of the past 2 years. So yeah, I kind of want to just give an update to where I'm at in terms of my collecting with the graded cards as of the start of 2023, just to kind of document. I think it's cool just to have this for the sake of going back through it. I wanted to kind of talk about the importance and the significance of a lot of these cards because a lot of them are from like my childhood collection or just from different things that have happened over the years that mean something to me. And I don't know, I thought maybe it'd be kind of cool to show it off to you guys, give a little bit of Pokemon TCG history, and just some more of my history with playing and collecting and whatnot over the years. So without further ado, I have a giant stack of cards sitting to the right of me, and we'll just keep turning them over and go one by one. I don't know, let's just see how this goes. So the first card we have is a PSA. Okay, these are from the recent video we just did. It was from the CCG Select stuff that Troll and Toad's offering. They had those graded mystery things. This is just a Wooper from Neo Genesis. I didn't really collect much of Neo Genesis as a kid. I have some, but I don't know. Wooper's cute, I guess. 9. I wouldn't recommend buying those boxes. I don't think you're going to get much more than a common in maybe a 9 or maybe a 10 if you're lucky. All right, next thing we got is a CGC slab, and this one is... Ooh, okay. So this is one of the first from my personal collection. I got this when I was a kid. I collected, I guess, probably around the EX era, but I think like WotC and stuff was still around and accessible because they have Wizards of the Coast stuff, but like I distinctly remember collecting around, I guess this is the foreshadow, I collected around the Deoxys era, the Rocket Team, whatever this is, Rocket's EX Team Rocket Returns, there we go. Yeah, I collected really around these eras, and I guess some of like Ruby Sapphire, Emerald, I was buying in the early Nintendo EX era because I started playing in Gen 3. So that would have also been when I started collecting and going with my one buddy to card shops, and he'd play in tournaments. I didn't really know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but I remembered I'd always get a Pokemon pack at the end of the day, and I think that's probably where I got my Wizards of the Coast stuff from. I feel like they were still selling booster boxes, whereas when I went to stores, I'd find stuff like this on the shelf. So this is a Rocket's Mewtwo EX. Really cool pattern. The 3D art, I feel like this is like kind of getting around the start of it with the Nintendo era. I love the Dark type Mewtwo EX. All the Rockets cards were like, I guess, meant to be evil, kind of to represent the old Rocket set with the dark things, but instead they made them Dark type and put the Rockets in front of it. So Mewtwo is super cool, and we will just start adding them to stacks like this. All right, another CGC back. Ooh, okay. This one, I think... Yeah, okay, so this is Dark Charizard from original Team Rocket, so there you go, there's your new Dark type versus the old Dark type, how they did it then. Oh, God, it looks so good. I wish a lot of these graded better, but I tried my best to really just kind of send in things that were nostalgic to me and hope that, how I kept them as a kid was decent. And I think this one, this is the higher grade. I have 2 of these. This is the one I found at a card shop near me. I think I got it for like... Oh God, I think it was like $50. I just saw it sitting there and I was like, dude, deal. I was like, that's amazing. And then I think the boom happened, and then like the next week he had another one of these and he was selling it for like $150, and I was like, well, that was a good scoop. So I immediately sent it in. I love the Dark Charizard art. Wow, this looks really good on the camera picking up the holofoil. This is sweet. Yeah, I don't know. This is just the set that I also like distinctly remember opening. I don't know why, I just feel like I had a lot of Rocket stuff when I was a kid. All right, another PSA back. I don't have too many PSAs. They're mostly CGC. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is really, I just wanted to see if it would grade a 10. Because I was like, you know what? I got the promo code. I got the card. I was like, my best shot is probably to send this to PSA to get the 10 so I could at least make some money back on this card in terms of value. And we got it. So the cool special delivery Charizard is here. It actually was not a bad thing because you had to buy something with the code. So I got a giant Whale Lord inflatable for my pool. So I have that, and then I have the Charizard to go with it. This thing too, I got it in my friend's car. He thought it was something of his back that he graded, and it turned out to be mine, so it was a complete surprise that it came back, and we both sat in his car, flipped it around, we saw the 10, and we just screamed our heads off. So definitely good memories attached to that guy. All right, we got another PSA back. What's this? Oh, hey, all right. Yeah, and these are with Matt, the one, he's been on a few videos way back when. I don't know if anybody really remembers it, but he's been on the channel before. He had a card little convention thing going at a mall near his house, and I was just kind of flipping through stuff, and I've always wanted to pull this Hidden Fates Voltorb, but I've just never been fortunate or lucky enough to do it myself, and the packs got way too expensive. But yeah, he had a Gem Mint 10, one of these Voltorbs, and I was like, well, there we go, I pulled it and I've got the 10. What could be better than that? And I think it was like 40 bucks. So pretty nice, easy, cheap pickup. I love the color of the Voltorb. The blue just looks so good. Another PSA back. What's this? Ah, okay. Judge. No, not a bad full art. I wouldn't say there's anything really interesting to this card, but the story behind it is just that I started watching Average Ape Studios' live streams where he does giveaways and like marble runs and like weird just stuff to like get you free stuff. And I think this was like the first card I pulled, and at that time PSA and everything was still pretty cheap to send off to, so I was like, can you just send it over because it's already with you? And he said, yeah, absolutely. Came back a 9. I don't even know why I sent it. I think I was just really excited and I was just getting back into like collecting and stuff, and I was like, yeah, you know what, that could be fun. So, getting into graded. That was like really my first foray when my friend told me, hey, that's how you send it off. And then he recommended me over to them, and Average Ape has been super kind to me since, and is the reason I have most of these graded cards, to be honest. All right, another PSA back. Again, I mean, yes, let's see, you can get 10s out of those graded gems mystery things. This is a seal from Gym Challenge. I should have known that from the little stadium looking thing. Again, great, but it's like a common, who really cares? I don't know. Buy those at your own risk, seriously. All right, and then the CGC backs. These could range from like anything. I have a lot of CGC craziness. All right, this is my Melodic EX that I pulled again as a kid. I don't remember pulling it. I just went through my binder one day, and then I looked up what set it was from, and I realized it was the most expensive card in the Emerald set. I was like, oh, cool. Guess I'll send that in. I don't know how it got a 5.5. I've still been trying to look at it. Like, I definitely know there's a lot of scratching on the foil. I wish I got the subgraded so I knew. Is that on the card? No, I think it's just, that's just in the case, that little dot. That is definitely not on it. I know the corners are pretty dinged, but like, I don't see enough that it should have gotten a 5.5 unless there's a bend or a... Ooh, that... Actually, there we go. Hey, now I'm finally in the light. I could see that. That's definitely why it didn't get as high a grade, but for the most part, the foil looks really cool, and now it's nice and intact in this nice blue, matching the blue of the Melodic EX. Super cool. I love how it's kind of just like iridescent and glowing. Pretty sweet card. Yeah, we'll start putting these in the CGC pile. Perfect. All right, another one. Let's flip. Lugia GX 9.5. So sad it didn't get up to the 10, but it's so close. And I just think, like, I don't know, just like Lugia's color scheme, I think works really well with the rainbow. I love the kind of emanating thing of his voice screaming out in the top. This card's just super cool to me. I don't know. And I swear to you, Saray and I pulled this way back when out of a dollar store pack, but I can't find the video we did it in. I've been trying to crawl and scrub to try to find it, but I know this is out of a Dollar Tree pack, and I'm hoping this is one we filmed and not one we didn't. If anybody could find that video, please let me know, because I've just been struggling to find it in my old collection of videos. It should be one of the early ones, like one of the first, really. So yeah, Lugia, beautiful. Next, what's this? This one's kind of looser fitting, so I bet you this is another... Yeah, okay. Again, Average Ape, I won this, I think, on one of his streams where he just had, like, flips where he was giving away CGC cards. Crobat looks pretty cool. I really like the Sword and Shield era full arts better than a lot of other eras. I just feel like they gave him at least some cool, fun texture backgrounds. Crobat's sweet, useful in the card game. He has a nice little place in my heart. And having a 9 of him is a-okay. Can't complain too much. Alright, next. What's this? There we go. So this one, knowing that it's... Oh, I have a swirl on it. Oh, that's so sweet. And I know this one's my childhood one, because I know this one graded not as high as the one I got from his shop. But yeah, for sitting in my little binder, like unsleeved from when I was a kid, getting an 8 back, yeah, I beat the heck out of this thing. But yeah, getting an 8, can't really complain. Dark Charizard again. Sweet. Am I putting these in the right piles? Yes, I am. All right, another CGC. It's... there we go. This is another, like, mall find. Somebody was just kind of giving away stuff. Not giving away stuff. They were selling their stuff, and I kind of bartered them down to, like, 40 bucks to settle on the Raichu. Came back an 8. I thought it would probably be a better grade. No. Kind of looking at the corners, I see why not. Is that also inside? Oh, no. Yeah, again, I think that's in the case, whatever that is. But yeah, I really like the e-reader series of stuff. I like that it adds that extra border to give it some more hollow foil on it. And yeah, again, it's kind of the same vein as that melodic. It just has that weird iridescent color to it. And I just think a lot of the EXs from that era were really cool and overlooked. But it's where I collected, so they mean something. All right, another CGC. Hey, there we go. One of my other old school Rockets cards that I pulled when I was a kid, Rockets Entei. I don't know, something about this just looks so edgy. Like, it just reminds me of playing Pokemon Coliseum. Like, it feels like a similar graphic to what's on it. And the fire underneath them looks so cool. I remember holding this as a kid. This one I distinctly remember pulling, and I'm just super stoked to have this slabbed up in a nice 8.5. All right, back into PSAs. I'm hoping these are actually the back-to-back. Ooh, wow, the corners are so bad on this. What is this? Oh, okay, no wonder these didn't get good grades. And I think, actually, let me double check. Let's see if it, yeah, okay, the other one is, there we go. Let's put these side by side. I'm glad these actually stayed together. This is from Double Crisis, a set that came out when Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire came out as like a little subset to like pay homage to the games. I picked up one of these from a local card shop. You had to get them in this like little like dual pack thing. And when you bought, not dual pack, it came with like a few booster packs and I think a promo or two or something. But I only ever bought one of those sealed things, and I managed to pull both of them out of here. These are the only two chase cards, and I pulled them out of packs in the same blister. And it was just so cool. I was like, I have to have these graded. I don't care how well they do. They just look so cool clashing next to each other. And I'm glad I didn't have to go out of my way to go and buy the other one, because I would have inevitably wanted it. It just features a lot of cool Pokemon from when I started, you know, playing the games. I played Emerald, so, you know, I got acquainted with Aqua and Magma. Oh my god, I was like, what the heck does that mean? Yeah, so these are just super cool. I'm really happy I have them graded. I wish they came out better grades, but that's my own fault, because I definitely wasn't taking care of my cards nearly as well when I first started collecting. And I know I took a ton of pictures and stuff of those, and I was definitely rummaging them around. So sad times. And maybe they even came out of the pack not perfect. Could have been the case. CGC back. We've got, hey, there we go. Adam, I think, got me this ETB for, I think my birthday. He spent way too much on a Hidden Fates ETB, but I really appreciate him for doing it. It was really cool to get to open another one of these on the channel, and I just like couldn't help but send him one of these stained glass birds. I mean, look at this. Tell me we've gotten a cool promo that's as nice as this in the last few specialty sets, because we haven't. This is sweet. Like, the Go Mewtwo's nice, I guess, but like this in comparison, like, this is just so unique. Again, I think if I sent this to PSA, I'd probably get this up to a 10, but I'm just super happy to have one of these graded forever and ever. And God, it just looks so pretty. All right, into the stack with you. Another one. CGC slab. Okay, so the story behind these was when I was originally collecting, when I got back into it probably around like 2016, I think, which was definitely before I started the channel up. I think we started that up 2018, 2019. Evolutions was everywhere. Like, it was so easy to get. It was in every single product. Boom, boom, bam, bam. It was just, I was opening Evolutions like crazy. I managed to pull the Charizard holos, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to throw these into a bulk bundle with all my other holos, because, like, I could see this set exploding one day. And then the freaking Logan Paul nonsense happened with base set, and then Evolution shot up to being a $20 booster pack, and this card shot up to being worth a lot more than it rightfully deserves. So, hey, I was like, good on myself. I kept my Charizards, and I sent them in. I know the Charizards were always very hard to grade, so sadly this one only got a 9. 10s are rough to come by for Evolutions. Like, if you look at like the population listings, like 9s are through the roof, and there's only like a few 10s. So yeah, that's that was just, I guess, my weird good call, and it just reminds me of a time where opening Evolutions was a joke and everybody couldn't stand the set, except for me, because it always treated me well. Clearly I actually got good hits out of it. So yeah, I don't know, all the haters who said don't open Evolutions sucks, get rid of it, blah blah blah. Yeah. And then this, oh yeah, this is actually a cool one. I never got this. It was like a collector's chest that came out with the new 3D animated version of like Mewtwo Strikes Back or whatever. I think the tins came out around then. Never got to pick one up, so I never got the new Armored Mewtwo. But again, I won this off of Average Ape streams. He does this like marble run thing, and if you win the marble run, you get a prize. And I managed to get this. Well, it's not like the best grade. It is a really cool card. It's the clone Charizard from the movie. And I don't think I'd have this otherwise. I don't think I'd ever go out of my way to get it. And I'm just really stoked that this is now sitting in my collection. Next thing. This is probably the only Japan back one. And I think I know why this is. Yeah, okay. This is when Chilling Reign first came out. It sucks this didn't get a 10. That would have at least been nice. But now it's just kind of like worthless. And like, why did I do it? I think I pulled 2 on his live stream in like one session. I was like, it seems like fate that I should just send one of these in. So it's Clara. I don't know. I think that DLC didn't stick in people's minds as well as I thought it would. But here we are. Next, we have another CGC back. We're going to flip that around. So this is the only 10, other than the Charizard, I've ever graded myself, and the only CGC I've graded myself. I was just looking at this card, and I was like, I know how much Evolving Skies stuff goes for, and I was like, you know what, it'd be really cool if this came back at 10. I couldn't see any blemishes on it, and, you know, I took a risk, and then it came back, and my friend got them all to his house, and I remember he was, like, on, like, a FaceTime call, and he was flipping around, and we got to this, and again, we just lost our minds. So super cool to actually see, like, the yellow 10 come out of this thing, and on a really cool card to begin with. Like, the VMAXs for the EVs were really clever in this set. I love that it's just kind of pushing around stuff on a field. Makes a lot of sense for the Leafeon. It just feels like a big cat playing with the yarn ball. So just so stoked to have that. It's really cool to finally see a 10 come back and know it's possible. Another CGC back. Another average ape win. Again, kind of cool card. Full art. Don't think I've ever had this in my collection. Nice. Nothing really else to say about it. Okay, another PSA slab. What is this? We're running out of... Oh, yeah, this is out of the other box that we opened recently on the channel. Again, wish this was a 10, but cool to get a first edition of the 10 and Surge. We got it out of that, like, Pikachu CG Select thing. Again, I don't know, buy them at your own risk, but this was kind of cool to get, and I got to open this with a friend here, with Zach, who, you know, started coming back on the channel. So that was fun to actually get a graded card and get, like, one of the chase things out of one of those mystery boxes for once. I don't know. CGC, oh, here we go. My pride and joy from EX Deoxys. I didn't even know this was a shiny as a kid because the blue looks so similar to what it normally looks like. But, oh, this is my pride and joy, my baby, the rarest card I have in my collection from when I was younger. Deoxys, as everybody knows, is a very hard set to come by. And it's very pricey, so it's really cool that I just had this from buying old $4.99 booster packs as a kid. And this is like, I remember holding this card. I remember looking at it for sure. I just didn't know what it was worth. And like, I remember when I first got back into like Pokemon in general, going through my old collection and looking at this, and I was like, oh my god, I got a shiny. I was like, what is this? And I think this is really what spurred me wanting to do this again with the cards, because it was just like such a cool little piece of nostalgia, and it was just like, I don't know, just the rush of a chase card. Yeah, it was really cool to like dig back through and find this. And for it to get an 8 after all these years, my god, more than happy with that. And then we're down to our last 2 CGC backed. The other Charizard, again, tried to send 2 in. The other one came back even worse. It's cool. It's really cool to see the old art on like a newer card. I don't really know what to do with this. I don't really need the 2 of them. Maybe I'll give it away someday. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll do it as a giveaway on the channel at some point. And then the last card, my Rayquaza GX. This one I definitely know Saray and I pulled in a video. I can go back. I can find this video. It's just, I don't know, the nostalgia of having that and knowing where that sits in my timeline, and then to get this back as a 9 is good enough for me. I really like Rainbow Rares, I think, more than most other people do, and I just think the Rayquaza texture with it looks super sick. And yeah, back at a time when like crazy alt arts weren't a thing in Celestial Storm, this was definitely a chase card like the Lugia was for Lost Thunder. So yeah, that's all of my graded stuff that I have as of 2023. I'll probably do another update of this stuff maybe next year if I end up getting more graded stuff back. I plan on doing another send out. I have a bunch of other old stuff that maybe I'd like to just showcase in its own video. And if you really like made it here, you know, thank you for, you know, checking it out and sticking with this video that long. You know, and you know, please recommend. Like, I have an old vintage binder. I have some interesting sealed booster packs. If you guys want to see some other things and some other random stuff, I kind of want to do like a pickup video kind of thing where like I go and I'm like, oh, here's the singles I picked up over the course of the past week or so. I don't know, maybe I'll start doing more like that. But thank you for checking this out. This stuff all really means a lot to me, and it just, you know, it's just really cool to have like all of my Pokemon memories in card form kind of set into slabs where I know they'll be safe, and I can just look at them. It just makes me so happy. I really like this hobby. I'm having a blast with it, and I hope you guys are too. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.